Hello, everyone. Good evening and or good day. Hello, everyone, wherever you are watching us from, watching me from. I just want to say thank you very much for coming to join us this evening. I'm going to try to be as official as possible as I have been on this live streaming. Been doing it for quite a while now, so I'm really learning to try and keep it as the opening time as official as possible, especially for those who will be watching this as a playback. So my name is Mabel, and I'm popularly known on my channel, this channel, as Auntie Mabel. So this evening we are doing something very different from what we usually would do, something very special. As I'm just going to try and say from the beginning where this idea came from to do this particular topic. I think it's good to say this from the onset where it comes from. So I'm going to look onto my phone for all those of you who are here already to just bring up the description I put on this particular topic. So I hope you are ready for this. It's a fun evening. Oh, hello, Uju. Thank you very much for being there. I wonder what I will do without my special Uju. So yeah, um, actually, I was supposed to put that put this on my intro text there of message that I put in there. I was supposed to put it on the highlight it on the screen. I didn't do that before coming on air. That was one thing I thought I would do. So yeah, right. This topic that I want to discuss this evening, I just feel sometimes I do very serious topics, and I felt it's good to do some light-hearted topics sometimes. And so I was chatting with a friend recently. It was actually a couple of days ago. I was chatting with an old schoolmate. When I say schoolmate, secondary schoolmate, so somebody I knew as a teenager. So we were talking about New Year resolution. Actually, we are just chatting, generally catching up. Then, so Uju, I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please confirm. I don't want what happened last Saturday to happen this time again. I guess if you were not hearing me, you would have said so. I know you always, this is your, I think should be morning time for you in your place. So, but I really do appreciate you coming all the time to support me. I can't thank you enough, right? So yeah, I was chatting with this friend. I'm just bringing up the description on my phone, guys. If you see me looking down, bringing up the description on my phone. So we were chatting, just catching up generally. We were actually talking on, was it on Wednesday, the 19th? I think it was on Wednesday, the 19th of January. Yeah, we were talking because I already have a different topic I wanted to talk about. So yeah, hello, Luana. Thank you for joining us. Okay, yes, you can hear me. Thank you very much, Uju. And I'm really also going to try this year. What I want to try and do is to try not to keep my live streaming too long, because especially I'm mindful that you, the committed members of this team, you have your own very busy life as well. So let's not try and just drag things on. But I know if you really have to, if you must go, you can go. Especially it can be a bit tricky when other people start joining later. That's always the difficult part, isn't it? So right, this topic, let me try and go straight to the point. Luana, thank you very much for coming. Yeah. So this topic, like I was trying to say, it came about when I was chatting with an old school friend. This is a friend we met when we were just like 12, 11, 12. We were in the boarding school together. So, so yeah, so we're catching up. She doesn't live in the UK, so I don't want to give it away where she lives because some other old friends that I know who I'm talking about. So we're just catching up generally. Then after chit-chatting, we decided. So she was saying she can't believe it that January is already 19th. It's like this year is running away again, and this month is already running away again. So she was asking me, said, do you remember how when we were in the boarding school, when we were children, I mean, we were young lady, young girls, 12, 13, okay, between the ages of when the school in the boarding school together in Nigeria, between the ages of 11 and probably 17, 18, depending on how old you were when you joined the school or when you started class 1. As those days, you don't used to do it by age like they do in the UK now. So anyway, as I was saying, so she said, we remember how we used to make New Year resolutions. So we started laughing. So she said she told me, can I remember the very first New Year resolution I made? Because obviously when you're in primary school, you don't even think of New Year resolution. It's when you start being in boarding school, you start thinking of your New Year resolution. So I want you guys to tell me. So we started laughing. We had a very, very good laugh. And I just felt, oh, at the end of the talk, I said, oh, do you mind? I think I'm going to use this for my live streaming on Saturday. I just feel this year is running away with us. As those of you know, on my other channel, I did mention recently about the Blue Monday. This is a time where people start giving up. Those who said, oh, they want to start going to the gym regularly. Hello, Rita. Thank you for joining us. Temi, Becky, thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate all of you coming to support me. So, yeah. So please, so put it there, the very first New Year resolution you can ever remember you ever made. Code with Sam, yeah, thank you for coming to support me. Thank you. So yeah, if you know the first New Year resolution you ever made, even if not the very first one, the ones you've made, maybe when you were relatively young. I know some of you might still be in your 20s or 30s. So, but the New Year resolution you made when you know you were relatively young, and looking back on it now, you felt it was just ridiculous. So yeah. So just if you want to come on the screen, please, you come and talk to us. But if you want to write it down, write it down. I'm going to put the link there now. So let me copy the link. I'm copying the link. I have just copied the link and I'm going to put it in the chat. Right, so that's the link. If you want to come up and talk, Code with Samia or anybody. So if you prefer to come and speak your New Year resolution to us, or you prefer to write it there, write it. I want us to write some of the funny ones, not the serious ones. Anyone that you can remember as far back as possible that you felt was really very funny ones. When you look back at it, you said, oh, how did I even decide to make that? Or alternatively, when did you stop making New Year resolution? I know these days people hardly talk of New Year resolution anymore. They talk of goals, isn't it? We talk of goals and plans and stuff like that now. So please, I really want us to make this interactive, and I want us to make it really funny. I have some quite funny ones that I have, but I made when I was in that, which I shared with this my friend, and some of the ones she shared with me as well. She's giving me permission to share her one. So yeah, they might not sound funny to you guys, so let me not just hype it up too much, but they were really funny. You know, you remember, you just know that when you're in your 50s and you actually have this opportunity to chat with a friend when you were your early teens, it can be very interesting. You just remember those your childish days. Yes. So they were just naive kind of New Year resolution we were making those days. So please, I want some of you to tell me anyone you can remember recently. I know the most common one, especially people like me that are relatively big. That's a bit big. Every year we always say, oh, we want to lose weight, we want to go walking regularly. Who is this person now? Somebody is there. Uju, if you are still there, please. At Mabel, Code is a brother to Lagbajao. Okay, oh. So what does that mean? If you're a brother to Lagbaja, what does that mean? You can't come on the screen, or you cannot make New Year resolution. Why? What does that mean? You know me, I'm not very current with some of the things. I'm old school. Yeah. So yeah. So please, I want somebody to come on the screen. I've already put the chat. I've already put it on the link on the chat. I really would like to speak to one of you, please. I know I have a regular person who always come off. Sometimes I just don't want to abuse it. But please, please, you guys should come on the screen and talk to us, please. I don't want to be lonely on the screen. And this is going to be a funny one and a chit chat, a light, let your head down kind of talk today, please. Code, come on screen with your mask. Okay, all right. You see, even Luana understand Lagbaja more than I do. Okay, I know what you mean now. Yeah, you see, you really are an international African woman, aren't you? Oh, yeah, yeah. I know who you mean now. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I remember now. Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm not very good with all those musicians. I don't know if I've told you guys on this channel. When we were growing up, we were just proper. Especially when we joined the body, when we were in the boarding school, we joined this SU thing, Scripture Union, and it was then it was we were made to believe that all these non-Christian songs were worldly and were sinful songs. So I never really the teenage years when I would have grown interest on those Michael Jackson and all the rest of it. I didn't because so and I just move on from there to scripture Christian Union when I was started the police. So yeah, so it was just a different. So it's a different thing. So all those things were ingrained on me. So like, let me tell you a joke. When my children were still young, when they were still at home, when we are watching Top of the Pop, or you know when it's come up on television, I don't know if you don't live in the UK, you might not know what Top of the Pop is. It's one of those musical things they used to do on Saturdays to play. Rita, we know if Rita is still there. So yeah, so when they are playing music, when those songs come on the screen, I never hear the lyrics because all I'm busy looking at is the things they are wearing, checking their mothers. How can somebody wear such a thing? How can somebody's child wear such a thing? So I'll end up scrutinizing the things they are wearing and what they are performing. I never hear the lyrics. When the next time my children are talking about it, I'll say they will be talking about the person. I might not even recognize the person's name or anything. So yeah, you should search for Yoruba. Yeah, yeah, I know. Now I know who you talk about. Yes. So I'm just trying to a disclaimer. I'm trying to explain to you why I'm not very good with all these Nigeria musicians. It's it's my it's my value base and upbringing that did that to me. But I'm learning a little bit now, but it's still not really, I don't really enjoy them. Once I hear the lyrics, if it doesn't come out, if it doesn't give me any value, or if they are the lyrics are too difficult to hear anyway, if I can't Google it, now it's easy to Google, I will just give up. So right, please, please, please. I don't want to be the one giving all the New Year resolution. Please, 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 please. You guys should come and tell us because it's supposed to be a chit chat and let your head down and have some jokes and just be able to laugh at ourselves because this year is getting really too serious again because all the things I'm seeing is, oh, how to achieve your goal, how to do this, how to do that. And even on my other channel, some of the questions somebody's asking me is, oh, to learn from my mistakes, which I think I felt I have to answer those questions because the person really wanted to get things right. It's good to want to get things right. It's good. But sometimes I think we should learn to chill and laugh and just let our heads down from time to time because I just think with considering the last 2 years we've had and even the so-called pandemic is still not going away. We are learning to live with it now. Okay, yeah, okay. Code with Sammy. I can see you say you don't listen to his songs though. So right. So come. All right. Somebody should write their New Year resolution that anyone that they think of that they feel it was either ridiculous or was funny or it could be in the recent year, it could even be in the last year. Or have you guys given up on New Year resolution as well? And when I put on the thumbnail, I actually said New Year resolution versus New Year revelation. It was after actually some of those things that made us to think the revelation side of that topic came up when people started. Okay, it still came up. I think it was when I was much older. Okay. Yes, I'll read just in a minute, Temi Becky. Thank you very much for giving us something. So yeah, we when we're much older, we decided there was no point making New Year resolution. Oh yeah, please guys, give me thumbs up. If you haven't given me thumbs up, yeah, give me thumbs up, please. Don't forget to give me thumbs up. There are 8 people watching, and we've only got 7 thumbs up. And I know some people have come and gone, because I know some people were waiting initially, and they did tell me that they would not be able to stay long. Okay, code with Sammy. Say your device is not connected. Please connect, connect, connect. I really want you to come on, please. Oh yeah, he's here. He's here. He's here. Sammy, say your device is not connected. Please. Right.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
The
Okay.
audience, can you hear our lovely Mr. Code?
Greetings to you all.
Thank
Greetings
you.
to you all. Well, in terms of a resolution, I don't usually make any resolution, but
Yeah.
this year I think my my main goal is to become another Christ. Yeah,
Okay.
is to
That's a
become
good one.
another. So there are many things. There are many. You see, if you, when you look at our world today, the reason the reason many pastors or many so-called men of God don't perform the miracle Christ
Yeah.
performed
Yeah.
is because they are of the world.
Yeah.
If you really want to perform the miracles Christ performed, you
Yeah.
have to detach yourself from this world totally, completely.
Yeah.
You ask yourself, when Christ was in this life, did he
Yeah.
drive a limousine? Did did he build mansions? Did he fly aeroplane? All this money, our pastors, our men of God are wasting on worldly things should be used to feed the poor. Become another Christ. Become another Christ. I could remember when a rich man came to him, he told him, look at what you should do to merit heaven. And he said, I have done all these things. What more? What is left? And he told him, sell all your belongings and give it to the poor. He ran away. Can you see that? So
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
live in this world, but we are not of the world. We are not of the world. You take nothing. Listen to me. A poor man in the village down there in, let's say, I don't know how can I what can I use as an example? A poor man in the village down there in one part of Africa and Bill Gates are the same. They are the same human being,
Yeah.
the same human beings, in the sense that no matter the amount of money Bill Gates possesses today, no matter the amount of enjoyment, no matter what, he will soon die and be buried and decay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what is that enjoyment? What is that you have this, you have this? I want to. What is that when you know that at the end of this, at the end of the road, you will soon, like, you will finally die. The same
Yeah.
thing is applicable to that old man who is suffering. So to tell you that this world is vanity upon vanity. So my message is this to anybody listening to me or to any so-called men of God out there, is that you
Yeah.
have to try to become another Christ. Becoming another
Yeah.
Christ is detaching yourself from the things of the world. Be content with what you have. You don't have to buy jets, you don't have to build mansions, you don't have to do this. You are not another Christ. To be there, we have a lot of fake miracles today in our
Yeah.
society. A lot of fake miracles.
Yeah.
How could somebody, how could a man of God ask you to pay before he prays for you?
Yeah.
During the time of the apostles, Christ said, I send you, heal the sick,
Yeah.
heal the sick, heal the sick, drive out demons. Freely you
Yeah.
receive, freely you give.
Yeah.
Anybody that charges money to pray for you is not from God, because that if you really have that Holy Spirit, the spirit of love that should have pity on the sick, that should have pity on the poor, if you really have that Holy Spirit, oh no, there is no way, because God doesn't take money. So things are happening in this world. So my resolution is I will strive to become another Christ.
Yeah.
If you have a school, if you are a pastor, if you are a priest, if you have a school, why is your school so expensive that the
Yeah.
poor cannot go there?
Yeah.
These men are not from God. I'm telling you
Yeah.
the reality.
Yeah.
If you are from God, give everything out. Give everything. We are going one day. This world is
Yeah.
is going to come to an end.
Yeah.
Why are you okay? Listen to me. Um, when you talk about the things of the world, Christ says on that day everything will be leveled. So
Yeah.
why are you fighting for something that will be leveled at the end of the day? Why fighting for those things that will be leveled? So
Yeah.
my resolution is that God in his infinite mercy will give
Yeah.
me the grace, the abundant grace to become another Christ.
Yeah.
I'm in this journey that I believe that the power I need the, Elisha received the double portion of Elijah, but I am praying for the double portion of Elisha. That will be what 4 times.
Yeah.
Elisha got 2, and we get 4.
Yeah.
Things are happening in this world. We are not fighting against the flesh and blood, but against the principalities and powers and rulers of darkness. And
Yeah.
Christ says,
Yeah.
love one another, love one another. You were told before, pay evil with evil. But this time around, you have to pray for your enemies. So
Yeah.
that is my resolution, to become
Yeah.
another Christ.
Yeah.
So thank you all for listening.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Code. One name. Thank you for coming to keep me company. This really gladdens my heart. I like it when someone is on the stage with me. I like it when you guys come on the stage with me. Thank you very much. Please, if
No
you've
problem.
just joined us, give me a thumbs up and I welcome all of you. I had my Mr. Code one name with me on the screen. So that's why I was just trying to soak it all in and enjoy him being here chatting with us. So, right, Divine Okonkwo, thank you for joining us. As my big sister Ife of Ifechi family, thank you. Welcome back from our Obodo, Nigeria. Yeah, thank you all very much. I really appreciate your coming to spend time with me this evening. So, those of you just joined us from the thumbnail, you can see that I just feel sometimes I do very serious topics that I should just do something lighthearted today. And it came from, I was just talking about, I was telling people we were here before how this idea came about. I was chatting with my secondary school friends. So you can imagine when you are in your 50s and you are reminiscing about when you were between 11 and 17. It was just very interesting and the things we remember. So yeah, thank you, Dalu, one name, Mr. Code. See, I've nationalized in Igbo now. Since you are the people to associate with on YouTube Street. Thank you very much. And yes, tell me, let me quickly read your comment. You did. I hope you are still here. I do understand a lot. All of us are busy. I just came from shopping. I actually have to join somebody's live stream when I was on the bus on my way home. So yeah. Um, so yeah, you said mine is to put things in order, like bills, etc. African people are there in my new year, Mama. What do you see to do? That's very good, Temi. Yeah, you actually left a comment on my Ask Auntie Mabel's channel about this when I said we should make budget, we should include them in our budget. Yeah. So yeah, I'm here to respond to that, aren't I? So yeah, that's a very good New resolution to make. But I want us to still share some of the ridiculous ones. It's very important. I appreciate all of you sharing the serious ones. So thank you. Okay, Sister Fechi said, oh, yes. Thanks. It feel like going back and continue enjoy the sunshine because freezing here. I understand. I did leave a message on one of your village vlogs to bring the sunshine. You didn't bring sunshine back for us. But we've had some glimpse of sunshine in the midst of the cold, though, which I do appreciate once we get a few of those ones. The occasional breakthrough when the sun managed to break through from the whatever from the life. Yes, what do you guys think of this? The way I pack my new hairstyle. I didn't get my daughter is away for weekend because it was her birthday on Thursday. Herself and her husband are away on a spa weekend. So usually when I try new hairstyle, she's always the one I check with. But she's not available for me to check with. Sometimes she tell me, Mom, that looks too childish. But today I just said, no, I've got no, my wardrobe lady is not available. So I'm just going to go out there and just do me. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you know, you're my other family. And I know there are some of you here who have good, dress sense. So you are not one of those, you are not the old school like me that just go with the flow. So yeah, thank you all very much for that. So yeah, let me share one of the first one that I shared with my friend. You know, those days, when we're in the boarding school, we used to have this competition. You know, we have, thank you very much, Mercy, for joining us. We have this reading thing we used to do because in the library there's in our English literature thing, we used to have this thing that when you read a book you have to have a diary, a kind of, it was like a journal, but we call it a reading diary then. And because some people used to cheat, some people would just go to the library. Oh my goodness, thinking of this now. Some people, because we are supposed to be encouraged to read, because obviously my school, it was a girls' school, a Catholic girls' school. And majority of the, okay, not all the teachers, like we had the Notre Dame nun who were in charge. The principal was a Notre Dame nun. So they had their own building within the compound. So the English teacher, the literature teacher, and some of the key ones, and they were very pastoral and they really looked after us very well. So the English and literature teacher were British Notre Dame known. So they really came with this structure. They wanted to encourage us as young girls to read, the importance of reading. So the book diary, we were supposed to aim to read a book a week, so that when you write it on that diary, you're supposed to have a part where you write the title, the author, and the brief description. So but this was some of us who were really like the SU ones. We will religiously be reading books. But we realized that there were some people who would come in class and they used to give us a prize for who read the most books and who is able to evidence that they actually read those books. So now some people were cheating. So some people used to go, some people will just read the blob, you know, the short description on the back of all those small novels, and use that to evidence that they have read. And these were some of us who were the really proper SU we were killing ourselves. We were trying to read, and you said try to do your homework, and at the same time you try to catch up with this book so that you can get some prize. So we now decided we want to try and encourage those people who were cheating. So that one of our New Year resolution, me and this my friend, because we're proper SU, was to try and convert them on that New Year resolution, was to try and convert them to be doing it properly. And we felt guilty. We didn't want to report them and grass on them and tell our literature teacher was a nun. We didn't want to tell her what was going on. At this point, we are getting fussy because what happened is she will come with a bag of goodies, not sweet or anything like that. They were nice prizes, maybe bookmarks or maybe some beautiful, colorful storybooks and stuff like that. So she will call you turn by turn, depending on how she grades what you have done well. And so you'll be the one to choose first. So the later you choose, the less interesting gift you get. Which some of us, which were the old, we were reading and killing ourselves and doing it properly, but we're not getting the right thing. We were not getting the top, we were not being called in early. I don't know, it might not sound funny to you guys, but when I will remember, me and this my friend were talking about it. How on earth can you set a New Year resolution to try and convert and change people when it doesn't even depend on you? So looking back, we're just laughing. We said, how did we on earth ever thought we'd be able to do that and achieve such a New Year resolution? So that was one of my ridiculous and funny New Year resolution. But it didn't. When I was really talking about it with this my friend, we really laughed our heads up. We were just like we couldn't believe that we made that such a New Year resolution. And we really took it seriously. You can imagine a 12, 13 years old. I think we're about in what they would call year 8 in the UK, which is the second year of secondary school. But we used to call it class 2. So I think we must have been in class 2 when this incident happened. You can imagine we're only about 12, 13 years old. And we are trying to, and some of these people were much older than us even, because those days in the class, there are people who might be 16 years old starting secondary school, because in Nigeria, they used to do it by you passing exam and not by age. So anyway, that's one of my ridiculous ones. But we have some other funny private ones, which I'm not going to be able to share here, which my friend shared with me, which were also funny. So please, I want somebody else to come up. It can be your current New Year resolution, like what Mr. Code One Name shared with us. So his current one, which is quite interesting and it's really good. I think all of us should really try and mirror that. I'm not imposing it, but it's something we should all think about on how best we can really add value. For me, I really feel that's why I'm so proud of my sister Uju and sister Ifechi, and even the young ones, the Divine and Temi Becky, even Code with Samia, even Mercy, all of you that are YouTubers. If I haven't mentioned you, please bear with me. I just like most of us that the way we are bringing our uniqueness, and this is our talent, the way we are bringing it to the YouTube street, I think it is the new platform, is a new opportunity we have now, rather than being just limited to our little space, our church, our workplace, our family, our circle of influence. Now the world is our oyster. This is me here talking here. People are all over the world. We are chatting together. Some are other part of Europe, some are in Nigeria, some are in US, some are in Switzerland, which is really nice. And even my sister Mercy, I think she said that in Spain. I know you're in part of Europe. So please bear with me if I can't remember where you're from, where you are based currently. So yes, please, please, please. Those of you who are still here, yeah, I can see quite a few of you here. I know some of you might be just listening in the background. So I am Mommy Fetch. If you want to come and talk to us, come and talk to you. You know, you're always it's always very encouraging. Oh wow, super funny. It's actually funny. Oh wow, was it funny? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys found my joke funny. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. When if you could see when the way me and this my friend was laughing about this thing, it was just so hilarious. We're just rolling on the floor and we couldn't even believe that we made such a ridiculous New Year resolution. So yes, thank you all very much for finding it funny. There were some other funny ones that probably I could dig some out in the box later on. But please, I want you all to tell me some funny New Year resolution. I know somebody said they've given up on, is it Rita? Rita is my long-term friend. Yeah. So did you say you've given up? Giving up, you just go with the flow. I know you said so somewhere that you said you've given up, you just go with the flow. If I'm correct, you tell me. So please, you can come, or you don't have to show your video face. You can just come with your voice. Yeah. Come and share with us. Okay, if you don't have any funny one, share your goals with us. If you no longer make any New Year resolution, let's go away from here today and make one goal then. One name, Mr. Code, one name I've already shared one with us. So what we should try to build more like Christ. So I think we should really take time today. Where are you running to? Oh, well, okay, that's it. Then let me read it. Divine said, my last resolution was, I said I will change my group of friends funny enough. I have that resolution almost every year, but the rest was history. Yeah. If you are changing, I hope I'm not one of them. Oh, Divine. I hope I'm not one of the ones you're changing. You have got me for life. I'm not going anywhere. If I ever come to Nigeria, your house in Lagos is the first place I will land, whether you like it or not. All right. Oh, Sister Ify says something. Okay, sorry, sis. Can't come up at present. Maybe if you are still on by the time I finish what I'm doing in the background, then I will try and come. I do understand. I understand. Everyone is busy. Like I joined Mercy's live streaming today because I was commuting at the time. I was on the bus on the way home from shopping. So because I took my headphone when I was going out so that I can maximize the journey and there was traffic. So this was me. I really wanted to get home. I gave myself 2 hours to get home before this live streaming because I don't like being flustered and I wanted to be able to sort out the things I brought and where I went. It was just a place where it was easier to go by bus. And sometimes I actually prefer going by bus because at least you have your head free and hand free to do other things. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. I do understand. So please, no pressure. If you can't come on, you can't come on. I do understand. Divine said, but this year I have known. I just set targets and try to meet them. Okay. BTW is target. So you have started using all these your acronyms now. Uh, meet them. Is that between? What's BTW is target same as resolution? Not at all, Auntie Mabel. I told you, you can't go anywhere. Even whether you like, have adopted you for life. I've already put all of you in my bank of friends. So whenever I land in Lagos, I'm going to find all of you, look for all of you, whether you like it or not. Yeah. So yeah. Oh wow. Welcome, Victorious Marabel. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, so this is what we are doing today. Okay. Oh, by the way, is that what it means? You see, I'm still learning some of these new acronyms now, these people abbreviation. All right, then that's good. So that video you did regarding those things, so you've learned a few more now. I guess you should do an update of the ones you've learned so some of us can copy. Because there's so much to catch up on. So yeah, thank you very much. Victorious Marabel. Let me just call you Mirabel. Mirabel. I prefer to call you Mirabel. So this is shorter to say. So yes, as you can see in the thumbnail, I wanted us to have a chit chat about our ridiculous or funny uh, New Year resolution we made, especially when we were much younger or when we were teenagers. Because I've shared one of what the ones I started sharing. I don't want to keep repeating for those who are here before. So, but this topic came about when a friend whom we went to when the boarding school together in our teenagers in Nigeria, we started remembering some of the ridiculous New Year resolution because that was the first time New Year resolution were new to us at home and in primary school. We never thought of New Year resolutions. When we now entered secondary school, when the boarding school, we thought New Year resolution was important. So yeah, we made some ridiculous one which made us laugh our heads off. So yeah, if you remember any ridiculous one you've ever made, Mirabel, you can come up on the screen if you are fit, if you are able to come to speak to us. But you just come by voice or video, whichever one you prefer. But if you are busy, I do understand a lot of people are busy on Saturday when they join this live streaming. So also for me, if the one I joined this afternoon, if someone had asked me to come, I wouldn't have been able to because I was traveling on the bus at the time I joined. So yeah, so Divan have said something there. Why in secondary school my New Year's goal was to change seat always, but thinking of it now, it's really funny. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Why did you want to change seat? Is it because you were sitting close to noise makers or yeah? I think those days we had permanent seats when we were in the boarding school. We had permanent seat because we had our locker, we had our desk, which was made into a locker. So all your books were at the bottom of that locker. We're inside the locker. Then you put the lid on. Then everybody had a padlock. You also have a locker in the hostel where you keep your provision. So you didn't have to carry. You only take the books that you were reading to your hostel or out of the classroom where you wanted to Yeah, so those things were always there. So yeah, the seats were static. You couldn't move seat around from all the time. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. That's actually was funny because sometimes you didn't have control over it. But sometimes I think when you come to school, I think those days in our class they used to keep the smaller ones in front so that they can see the board. And surprise, surprise, when I was in secondary school, I was one of the smallest one. I was the second smallest one in my set. But by the time I got to year 4, I kind of shoot up and grow past all of them. And now I'm also a robot group. No one will even think I was one of those tiny ones those days. So I'm one of the biggest and fattest. If I'm allowed to use that word, I think I'm talking about myself. I'm allowed to use that word. Thank you very much. Right, let me see what Divine is saying to us. So, guys, I'm reading from the phone because, yeah, it's easier than trying to read from the laptop. Yeah, Divine said, I could remember my first boyfriend. I told him I'm no longer interested in relationship. Reason is because my New Year resolution is not. Oh my goodness. That's really a funny one. So that was your way of dumping him then. You wanted to dump him in a gentle way, so you have to bring it up as a New Year resolution. That was a very good one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. I'm not even sure how they do this thing. I'm trying to remove this guy that is there. Yeah, that's a good one. So let me see one I said. One of my resolution was to support a local artist every year if I like what they were doing. Wow, that's a very good one, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good one. So to find a local artist, yeah, yeah. I think I try also actually in my budget, in my yearly budget, I also try and put a good cause. Try to add a good cause every year. The ones that I haven't been doing before, just to add one each year. So and the Premier Christian radio I listen to, that they actually make it easier because every year they choose a, a a charitable organization that they support and they fundraise for them as well. So that just kind of make it easy. Yeah. I think it's something we should all be thinking about, but no pressure. I know some of us already, somebody like Mirabel already have budget all planned out in the way she like to execute it. So yeah. So we all have our different styles, isn't it? Yeah. I really like that your budget thing. I think I left a mess. I hope I left a comment because these days there are times I watch some videos either that commuting or I'm listening to it in the background or so watching it on the background sometimes, watching it very late when I fall asleep. Which they say it's not really good to be watching the screen late at night, but sometimes that's the only way. But it's not that bad anymore. There are things I listen to still help me fall asleep. It doesn't stop me. I just put especially when there's nothing too much to. Yeah. So okay. Um Divine Divine said I was sitting at the back and that place is noisy, like, oh yeah, it's true. Like what? I will change seat like 1 to 2 weeks into resumption. I will go back to my former seat. Oh yeah, I never sat at the back. I think, and also I think because I can see what you mean. I think the noise makers always used to sit at the back, to be honest. Yeah, I can see because I was short-sighted as well. And you know, those days, my parents were not really educated. I mean, English, when I say book educated, I think they were quite smart because of the way they brought us up in their own way. I think they were quite intelligent. They were intelligent, although they were not literate. So, yeah. So telling them, I just didn't feel I should bother them telling them I need glasses. I just knew that I couldn't see far like my friends. Yeah. So what Uju said, I'm not really into resolution. It's true, Uju. It's because of that later on we change it to revelation. When we realized when we said resolution, we were not making so much of it. It was nothing positive. We're not like few weeks into the year, or at most by February, we have all stopped we just forgot all about it. So that's why we decided we should rather the year before really be prayerfully thinking, like what Code with Samuel was saying on the screen, to really prayerfully think about our resolution. So that was why we decided we're not calling it resolution, we should call it revelation. So we were praying like we actually have prayer partners. So when we pray seriously about our revelation, and have one thing that we feel God is telling us to do better. So mostly it was around reading the Bible more, fasting and praying more, or just being any bad habits you think you haven't been doing very well at. You just want to prioritize that. So we were guided not to make more than 2, preferably 1. And if we must make more than 1, it shouldn't be more than 2. So this is where the revelation comes from. That term that you saw on my thumbnail, revelation. So please, I saw Mirabel, you made a comment. Mirabel said, I have never been a resolution person. I enjoy life as I see it, but from a very young age, I have always been conscious of money habits. Yes, it's true. I was like you too, Mirabel. And those is really rub off, doesn't it? Yeah, even when the life throw you lemon, you just have to find a way to throw it, to make it into lemonade. Sorry, guys, if I'm not reading the comment word by word, because I was on Uju's live streaming on Thursday. I know that your one was very busy, so I can see you were far behind in the comment. So those who joined later on were wondering where you were reading from. So this time around, I'm trying to be on top of the comments. So yeah, thank you all very much. None of you have said anything about my hair. Is it too childish or does it suit Auntie Mabel? I told you my wardrobe lady is not around. So Uju, you're laughing. I hope I'm still on top of things. I'm not quite sure now what I've said. Okay. Oh yeah, please, if you just join us, give me a thumbs up. Luana is reminding you, give the host a thumbs up, please. Yeah, or a thumb up or thumbs up, whatever they say it is. Right, Uju said, I know Uju, maybe next year. Okay. Divine said, Luana, we want support too. Okay. Thanks, host. Yes, you left a comment. All right. So which of the comment did I leave? Is that your one? Have I read it now? Please remind me. Oh, if anybody can come and remind me any of the comment that I've left. I'm so sorry if I'm leaving comment. I'm trying not to. Mirabel, have I read it now? Whose comment did I leave? Remind me. So yes, you left a comment. Okay. Targets are great. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, targets are really great. And goals and targets are great. I think they are better than resolution. I think everybody is learning. People are not really flag. There was a time the old resolution used to be flag around like hot cake. Everybody used to talk about resolution everywhere. But this, I think we have all grown. Oh, I left a comment on your budget video. I hope I did, because I liked it. Yeah. I think we should talk more about it. I know some people are doing relatively well in our community, but I think we need to do more. We need to carry ourselves and carry people along, especially those of you with the younger, who are still a lot younger than us, because we are so focused on home are people's problem, and we didn't really, the penny didn't drop until very late. So some of us are trying to redeem the time now. And I just really don't want any of you younger ones to make that same mistake. That is why that's part of my mission this year. Right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Victoria. Okay. Yeah. Divine said, yeah, victorious. I see, not be lie. Okay, I think you are responding to her comment, isn't it? Thank you, host. You left a comment. Okay. Luana said, thank you. Uju said, thank you so much, Luana. You are awesome. Yeah, you are. Yeah, she is, isn't she? Yeah, my target this year is to save. Okay, that's good. Uju, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I think all of us, I think we should form a little check and balance group. We should form a club where we are checking on each other. So have an accountability partner. It's really helpful. And if possible, have a coach. I know some coaches are expensive, but there are some that are not very expensive, like Auntie Mabel. It's very important to have an accountability partner. It helps. Uh, it was Story of Motherhood. She wanted me to read hers. Okay. Oh, yes, it is. It is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Because when she came, you were so far off behind. Yeah. Right. It it looked beautiful. That's a mass point of view. All the ladies are quiet. They are being polite. When you ask people how something, if they don't say anything, you know they are just being polite. If any of you have been polite, you can talk to me later on, but it's a debut. I wanted something to look different. So if I'm going to chit chat, I need to be in a chit chat mode and a chit chat manner. I don't want to bring the same hairstyle when I'm chit chatting. That's why. So yeah, if any of you think it's too childish or whatever, you can text me. I think some of you here have my Mirabel. I need to exchange telephone number, which I don't know how I'm going to. I don't know if you actually have a DM because there are some certain things I want to discuss with you. Because I know many of you here already have my telephone number. So if you're on Instagram or if you go on my description, so send DM me, Mirabel, please. Okay, Victor Mirabel said your hair look nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, you followed it with code. Okay, then Victoria, you left a comment. Oh, yeah, that's you have answered that. Thank you. You just said you can miss important comment when you miss comment. I feel everybody that comes to live stream is important. It may take time, but I get you. Yeah, you did. You did very well actually. And that was a very busy one and a very important topic. And the way you tackle some of all these challenging marriage topic, you are really a pro. You're doing really well. I think it's a calling for you. Yeah. You're doing a great job. And that's what I'm saying. All of us have our niche and our strength and our talents. We are all using it. So please, let's just keep doing what we are doing and not worry. Because when I was leaving a comment on somebody's channel recently, I don't know what it was about. I can't remember what it was. I was saying that it depends on how people um, quantify success. It's not only about numbers. We shouldn't focus only on numbers. If you're actually adding value, if you come on and make a video and somebody actually make a difference to one person's life, I think you've added value for that day. You've done your job. And remember, that video is there forever. There are some videos I did. The very first video, my very first introductory video on this Mabel channel. People actually still make comments on it up till now. So yeah, it's not just, I think sometimes we just look at the first few hours, how many people watch it? The first couple of days, how many people watch it? We forget that it's there. People will always learn from it. So let's put thought into our videos and not just about, it's good to be consistent, but let's also add value. Yeah. So yes, I'm still waiting for somebody to come up and share some funny or any other New Year resolution with us. Victorious Mirabel. Yes, that's an area God has been leading me to share more on. I have a bachelor in accounting, but changed to social work. Yes, so so I prayed and decided to share my accounting knowledge, my immigration story. Yeah, yeah. I understand. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's your IG. Okay, that's good. I'll DM you. Maybe later or tomorrow. Yeah, please bear with me. My job is so busy right now. So I can identify with that as well. This is the challenge we have when we are in Obodo Ibo. You have to do something where you can get a job. And also I think it's good to do something where you are passionate about. Yeah, I'm also in social work. So I think we've established that between us. Yeah, we have a lot in common. So yeah, I need to discuss with you. Probably I should emigrate to Canada and come and do social work there. Not at this 11th hour. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea, do you? When I've become, people actually tease me in the borough. We call like what would the state, like what we do in Nigeria state or whatever. Is it smaller? Is it local? Is it? I think it will be local government, but there are not as many as Nigerian local government. So yeah, the way I'm so proud of where I come from, I actually tell people I'm from the lovely London borough of Lewisham. Because that's the local authority I've lived in all my life. I've been in the UK 30 something years. So some of my friends tease me the way I protect my talk. I'm so proud of my borough. Some people always call me mayoress of Lewisham. So yeah, I don't know. That's a joke. I'm really trying to be lighthearted today. I hope I'm lighthearted enough. That's the aim of today. I didn't want to discuss a serious topic today. I had some serious topics, some serious questions that are still in the bank. But today, when I just had, oh gosh, that Wednesday, I wish you would have seen me. You would recognize it was still me. I just went back to my childhood days. No, it was so important. It was so lovely to be able to connect. This is a friend we chat all the, okay, not regularly as we should, but we chat from time to time. We catch up from time to time. But that particular one was just exceptional. It was supposed to start as a doom and gloom. We're just worried. We're just saying, oh, this month is just running by. What? Oh, wow, work is so difficult. This one is so hard. Well, from there, I don't know what even led to the New Year resolution thing. Now we had a very good laugh. It was so beautiful to just see two 50-something ladies laughing about their child who took time together, reminiscing. It was a beautiful reminiscing period. It was just like a therapy when I finished it. So I was trying to, sometimes when you're trying to replicate something, it's never the same as the original experience. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've lost my train of thought there. My mouth was becoming too dry. I needed to drink something. Okay, Mirabel said. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, sis. Okay. It was okay. I think probably when I was commenting what you said, that's what you're thanking me for. You know, I always appreciate you. There are some people on this white street I feel I could clone into dozens. All of you are doing a great job with your own talent. So please just keep the light burning. Let's continue to be the sword that will not lose its taste, nor what's the other one, light that is hitting under the bushel. So let's keep it going. Yeah, God will give us the grace to continue to do our best. Right. Yeah, would you say it was a busy life? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thank you always for supporting. I appreciate you greatly. I'm really sorry, Uju. That Thursday, weekdays these days so manic for me at work. So even at the time I'm joining you, I'm still working half of the time. That's why I don't really um I don't really chat as much as I should. So but thank you very much for your understanding. This is why I never do live stream during the week, because otherwise I won't be able, anything can just pop up. I will not be able to do it. Yeah, it's true. You says about impact. Thank you. Mirabel said many migrants struggle with money issues as the credit system is not what we are used to. Yes, we so we need to share so we don't be civil slaves abroad. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's good. That's a good idea. Yes, so we are enjoying it. Thank you. So you are enjoying it. Thank you. So yeah, who have we got now? Mr. Prosper Comic. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, your big sister, we just already welcomed you. So do you know what? Have you seen the thumbnail? So yes, just a brief recap. We are talking about New Year resolutions. Well, you are still young. So Auntie Mabel is reminiscing New Year resolution when she was more younger than you can imagine. Prosper, when are you turning 20? Because you were so eager. The first time I was introducing you, were so eager to say, I'm 19, I'm nearly 20. We need to know when you're turning 20, when you're dropping the teenage years. Whereas Auntie Mabel is reminiscing in her teenage years. But I don't want to go back there, to be honest. It was good to reminisce on it. I'm just enjoying my best life right now. There are different hurdles at this stage in life, but I rather just carry on and journey on and quickly and work towards my retirement as quickly as possible. Right, guys. Yeah, I'm mindful that it's coming to an hour now. And I did start from the beginning this time. I didn't, because one thing, all of you that are doing live streaming, one of the things I've learned, I actually went on the StreamYard Summit. So I didn't really want to share all of that today. I just feel it's going to be, I didn't want to make today too serious. So yeah, so one of the things they did advise is that once you start your live streaming, don't wait until people join. If you're able to start on the hour you start, just start it as if the audience are there and start talking, because those people, majority of the people watch. If you look back on your live streaming, you will see that 80% of people watch after the live streaming has ended. So those people who are coming in the beginning, try and be professional, speak, just introduce yourself, introduce the topic, and start speaking even if nobody is there yet, until later on. So use the first 1 to 2 minutes to speak to everybody and introduce yourself, introduce the topic. Then before you start welcoming your people, your guests who are there. I don't know if that makes sense. If you think it makes sense, please tell me. That was one of the things, because they brought a lot of very skilled, some very skilled one, but they brought a lady as well who was a mom of 5 or 6 who has made it. So she was also telling us we don't have to get all the fanciful tech, that she doesn't do all the fanciful techs, but she's still successful. That kind of made me feel a little bit better, because all these fanciful tech, they are not my friend at all. Because look, at last time I wanted to use a new mic, and the last Saturday, my voice wasn't even listening, showing. You guys weren't hearing me because I didn't program it properly in my laptop, within my laptop. Simple things like that, Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. So if anybody still want to come up and speak to us, please come up and speak to us. Those of you who just joined, please give me a thumbs up. And I know, so I had a new guest, but I don't know, that time one name, Mr. Code, was on the screen, or it was on the platform with me, no screen, it was on the platform with me talking. So I didn't really, probably later I'll check her out and just acknowledge that she was here. I don't know whether I will welcome her. Fatuma, I think I did send a text to welcome her. So, but all of those of you who are still here, please, if you haven't given me thumbs up yet, give me thumbs up. So yeah, is there any other thing you guys want to say? So no one had any funny New Year resolution to share with us? Or you want me to share one more last one? Should I share one more last one before I go, of one of the childish for me and my friend were laughing about? If you know you want me to share one more last one, tell me. I know there's still quite a few of you watching here, but I don't really want to. I'm trying not to keep my live stream too long now, because I just feel I should be able to go straight to the point and just let out all the messages there. So if you want me to share one more last one, then I will. Otherwise, I will try and bring this to a close. I hope you guys enjoy this chit chat and this light-hearted side of Auntie Mabel, not always coming to discuss all the serious topics. So we'll come back again next Saturday with another questions. I have quite a few of them that are still in the bank that we haven't answered yet, although I've given the people a snapshot, a brief answer. I always respond quickly, and some of them we discuss in our membership club behind the scene. So yeah. And okay. So are you saying I did? No, I didn't enjoy. Then, Mr. Comic, it's your fault. You came late. You came to class late. I'm talking about my boarding school days. I'm talking about my boarding school days when I was a teenager. That's over 40 years ago. So yeah, you came late. That's why you missed the bulk of the gist. So Leo, let me share one more last one. So then in this same boarding school, we had this older nun. She was already a retired nun, but she just came to join the other group of nuns who were they have their own big building within the boarding school where they were staying. So because at the time we didn't have a chemistry teacher, So she started stepping up. She started covering for the chemistry lessons. So these are some of us who are some of us were very keen in the science subject. For me, I was more keen in biology. I really did enjoy, I enjoyed biology more than the chemistry and physics. So because this because this elderly nun who is already, probably she was having her 60. You can imagine when you're a teenager and you have people over 60 and they know sometimes they look so old to you, don't they? So some people again always used to sit in the back of the lab, of the chemistry lab, and just making jest of this lady. They don't really concentrate in the class, in the lesson. So obviously she would be oblivious. She's oblivious to what they were doing, because when they're asking, when they just be asking some very silly questions. You know, when people are just asking silly questions to distract what's going on in the class. So some people now decided they were going to report this group of students to this our elderly nun who was doing a good job, who at least step up and covering out this our biology things. So what they decided to do was the chemistry, when we're doing when we're doing the experiment. So as we were doing the experiment, some people decided to sabotage. They decided they were going to sabotage those particular group of people, their own experiment, as a way of getting them into trouble. So this is me and this my and this my and this my SU friend again, because obviously I think this was actually when we're year 3, what we call year 9 here now in the UK. So because that year we have said we are going to make sure we are better people, we are better, we are better human beings. We're never going to join anybody that is doing something that we feel is wrong. So we were sitting in the same table of this group of people who now said they want to go and sabotage those other group. So me and this my friend now look at each other. We were now oh my goodness, this thing, oh my goodness, when you're thinking about childhood days, it just sorry, it might not sound as funny when I'm saying it, but if you were in that pitch, if you can picture yourself back in there, we were now looking at each other. And meanwhile, the other people in that group, we were one of the smallest, youngest ones. So we were not afraid that if we don't join them, they're going to think we have grasped on them to go on, because they really were very serious that this was the only way to teach those people a lesson. And me and this my friend, we didn't know what to do, because we said we don't want to do bad things, we don't want to join bad people. We were so stuck. We were stuck in the middle. We didn't know what to do. So in the end, I just told my friend, I said, I'm going to excuse myself away from the class. So and I told her that, because she was sitting next to me, and I whispered to her. I think we're not allowed to talk in class. Remember those days when you talk in class, you'll be noise maker. So I just wrote in a small piece of paper, said, I'm going to go away from this class. I'm going to pretend I'm going to the toilet. So and I took an excuse. I said I was going to. I don't even know. As young children like that, you can imagine between the ages of 12, maybe 12, 13 or so. You really, how do you want to face the world and change the world? I don't know what we were thinking, that we're setting up those ridiculous New Year resolution for ourselves, that sometimes it was just impossible to manage. So as soon as I now left, I said I was going to him. So sorry guys, my throat is dry. My goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. If it doesn't, might not sound as funny as you get, but when I just picturing myself on that chemistry lab, the way I was feeling so miserable and so sad, and telling myself, God, better I made this resolution. I promise I'm not going to join bad people to do bad things. And now I'm stuck with these people. And these people are older than me, and I'm scared. If I don't join them, I'll be in trouble. So I now excuse myself to say I'm going to the toilet. As I just excused myself, I was going. Before I look back, 5 minutes later, and the toilet was relatively far from the lab. Only for my friend to be following me behind as well, with some distance behind. So we didn't return to the class. Just you can imagine missing out a very important assignment of a very important experiment just because you want to keep your New Year resolution that in the first place was impossible to keep. So yeah, that's another funny one. But there were some other very ridiculous one that I know I can't really share those ones here because those ones are very personal to my friend. So I'm not going to be able to share it here. I think it's a bit too much. Yeah. So I don't know if that, I can see some of you are laughing. Mr. Comic, I don't know if you even get it at all, but I hope you do. So yes, I was just sharing some of my ridiculous, actually, oh, sorry, EJ. I think I saw you just coming. EJ Tube, thank you for joining us. We are just about to wind down. I'm really trying not to keep this live streaming too long because I just feel everyone is so busy on YouTube Street and with their family, even those who are not YouTubers. So yeah, I know it can be difficult to join earlier on. So those who are joining later can always watch it as a playback. So yeah, I hope I get it. So thank you very much that you got it. Yes. So I know I can see you are the only one laughing, but oh, don't kill me. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, on that note, guys, I'm going to try and end it now. So I want to really try and end today before we get to quarter past the hour. Yeah. That's part of my goal this year, not to stay too long on LS because I'm not really. If it's when I was trying to get my watch hours, it's a different ball game. That's not what I'm working for this time around. So yeah, I should be able to just come in here and deliver the goods, and give those who want to do it later on, who want to watch it later, an opportunity to watch it. So I'm going to try and type my usual thank you and goodbye. That usually take me forever to type. Right. Who is this person? I don't even know where they are coming from. I noticed something from YouTube. What did you notice from YouTube, Uju? I'm not sure what you noticed. This guy is come again. Who is? I don't even know where he's coming from. There's nothing special about what I'm doing on this channel that is always popping up. What are people with their funny languages? Can you help me to run my playlist? Oh, Mr. Comment host. All right, I'll add you to my list. I have a lot of friends behind the scene, especially those in Nigeria who can't afford to come on my live streaming because of the timing. Okay, you will talk about it. Okay, then. Thank you very much. You want to come on the screen and talk about it, or you call me to talk about it? Let me know. Oh, I enjoy watching from background host by host. Oh, thank you very much, Sister Ify. I appreciate your support. Uju, do you want to come up and talk about? Oh, you're coming. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. All right, here you go, Uju.
Hello, yeah. I couldn't type that long thing, what I noticed on YouTube.
Okay.
We that do live streaming,
Hmm.
we rush, because, we don't want it to be too long. But I
Mm-hmm.
was going through my channel
Hmm.
and I saw that YouTube, on some of my live streaming,
Hmm.
they will write 5 key points on this topic, you know, and then they will tell you the minutes where you can find it. I was shocked. I didn't know they did it. Are you aware of it?
I
You
didn't
know when
quite get that.
Yes. So I went through. There was like they will state it like the one that I talked about. This is an example. I talked about reasons why couples don't sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
YouTube broke it down. They said 5 key points. Number one,
Okay.
snoring. And they'll write where you can get it, the time. I was shocked.
So where did they put that in your description or in your
Not my
back of it?
description, the video is attached to the video.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
was shocked. I said, I have to share it with you. Now I remembered it. So
Okay.
that even if it is long as you're making those points,
Yeah.
people can, when they are watching, they can just click on that. You know, they know where it is. It will say maybe 1.15 minutes or two. You know, they'll specify exactly where that
Okay.
point is.
So
So they list.
I'm going to check that your video to see what you're talking about. I don't think I've
Yes,
noticed that on my videos.
yes. When you go to your channel, just search your channel.
Okay. So is
Able
it in
Mabel.
the description area, or is when you start
Not the
watching the
description
video?
area, just for people. You know how people, how your videos is out there for recommendation. When YouTube recommend it,
Okay.
that is where it is. When
Oh,
I go to the video on my own, no. But when I searched my name, Ujono, those my videos were popping up, which YouTube is recommending.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
where you will see it. But not all of them has it. It's the ones that I listed points. Like I'll say point number 1,
Yeah.
snoring, and I
Okay.
explain it. Those
Okay.
ones with points.
Yeah.
So it will
Okay.
make your audience see what it is. And then when they watch the video, they'll just go to the areas they want. I was shocked. I
Okay.
saw it, I think, last 2 days.
Okay. That's
I'll
good.
take a snapshot and send it to your WhatsApp, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
So you can see it.
I think that's a point I will note then. So probably when I'm doing my YouTube
Do
topics,
points.
so when rather than just being all over and be wishy-washy all over the place, so I list them all properly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they know it's informative, that people shouldn't miss that. I
Okay.
will take a snapshot and I'll send it to you, okay?
Wow.
It's just for
Thank you very
everybody
much.
that does live stream, for them to be aware of it. All right.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
So we are ending it on a very nice note and a very important point. So yeah, thank you everyone once again for coming. Auju, thank you for that good point you have shared with all of us. I will take note of it actually, because sometimes I think I should take my topics more seriously, because a lot of people take it very seriously. So I should be more, I should put them in a constructive format then. So that's what I'm learning from that. I will try and make that, make that more relevant on my topics. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. And please, those of you who are here, if you haven't subscribed to Ask Auntie Mabel channel, please subscribe. I know most of you here are already there. So, Prosper, I think you are there already, actually. So I can't remember if anybody here are not there yet. So, and I will say on that note, bye everyone for supporting me today. Right. So I'm going to end it now. Thank you very much and goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this light-hearted chit chat with Auntie Mabel today. I really appreciate all of you for coming, and God bless you. Have a blessed weekend and a blessed week. Bye.